Hello and welcome to a brand new series where we are taking AFC Crewe 10 years into the future, and we're going to see what happens to our mighty Railboys. So, obviously the new database has been dropped, and a bunch of us board members and fans have jumped onto it to see how they can take us from the park to the Premier League. And I'm going to be starting one of them series, like I mentioned in the prequel, where we were scouting out that league and getting a better understanding. So take a look at that videos if you're interested in that. But then a new series of me taking AFC Crewe from the park to the Premier League will be coming very soon. But first off, what I want to do is just do a very small mini series where we take AFC Crewe every 2 seasons. We check in, we see what's happened, what's happened to the personnel, what's happened to our league standings, have we won any cups, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we've got in store for today. So this is part 1. So we've gone 2 years into the future. We're going to see if we have won promotion, have we done anything else, have we kept all our players, have all our players left us, what about our staff, and all that. So a bit of a slower one this day, because I'll go through all the players so that they know where they are and their stats and what they're doing, just in case they are watching on here. Obviously going forward, we will only look at people who we know are watching and commenting, so let me know if you want me to view your career as we do this. If not, we'll just follow the core club as we climb through these ranks. So have a little watch, drop some comments, and it should be a bit of fun. Okay then, so we're 2 seasons ahead in the future since the first season for AFC Crewe in tier 10 in this database. So let's go find out what's happened in the last 2 seasons, where we are, what personnel is still around, what personnel have left, and then what we'll do after that is we'll push it another 2 years in the future, and then we'll take another look and then see. I'm not sure how far we'll go, as I personally want to get back into actually doing my own park to Prem with these, but I thought it'd be a bit of fun. Let's just keep going, as previously said. So right, first things first is what happened in our first season, and look at this, we finished top of the table. There we go. I think that was kind of expected and hoped for, that we'd have enough power over there. Let's see exactly how we did. If we go to overview and stages, we can change the league table, and we should be able to look at last season just here, and yes, we can. We absolutely destroyed the league, to put it bluntly. Champions, first place with 88 points. Second place, making the playoffs, is AFC Blackpool. Not a million miles away from us, really. And they were on 67 points, so not even close. We won 28 games. We drew 4, lost 2, scored 77 goals, and conceded only 14. That is some going. Can we see player stats and stuff like that from last season? Not sure if we can. Which is a shame if we can't, but it's one of them stages. But wow. I mean, I thought we'd be able to win that, but for Billy and the team to go and smash that out, that's pretty amazing. So well done there. So obviously that put us champion. That got us out of the Northwest Counties League, and this season we were obviously the Northern League Division 1, and we finished 6th, which is pretty good, I think. Shame we didn't go up, but it's difficult at this stage. You have to basically be a champion to go up, otherwise you're in a massive playoff. But 6th place with 58 points, so only 10 points off to take 2nd place, so not a million miles away there, which is really good. It's a shame, but hopefully next season we will push on. In terms of goals, our first person was someone called Lewis McGeo, who's obviously a new player. He scored 11 goals, and Curtis Miller with 9 goals. So goals not being massive this season. And assists wise, Joel Burgess, again, so I think that's a new player, providing the assists there. So, yeah, interesting. Let's go and see who's still around then. That'll be quite cool. So let's look at staff first. So Billy Murphy is still our manager. Holds a National A license. Don't know if he's at that in game or if that's what he started off with. Not sure the rest of these. Looks like the entire scouting team have disappeared. Yeah, from what I can tell. And yeah, so that's quite cool. Let's go look at the players. Let's see who's still with us, who's gone, and if they've gone, we'll go find out where they've gone to and how they did last season. So over to the senior squad. So let's have a look for players who started with us. So De Silva, he was a signing this year just by our board, one of our first signers, I believe. He is still with us. Last season made 23 appearances, 1 goal, 3 assists. Pretty nice. And then this season, 24 appearances with 5 goals. So scoring a few more goals this season. So he's still with us, still a mainstream player for Billy at the moment. Next up, who can I see? Declan, I believe he was starting with us. He did. Again, he made 32 appearances last season, 2 goals, 3 assists. This season, 33 appearances with 3 goals and 2 assists. So very consistent there. Again, another mainstream player. Is there anyone else? It looks like a lot of churn has happened. I guess that kind of is expected. Kane Miller, I believe he is. Again, 30 appearances last season with 5 goals, 8 assists, 3 player of the match. So big player in our triumph for the season there. And this season, 36 appearances, 2 goals, 3 assists. So that's really cool. The rest of the squad seem to have left. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's a big step up or they've gone to bigger and better things. Maybe big teams can poach them. So I know, obviously, if they're watching, they'll be interested to see what's happened to them. So we will go through it. This is based off the website, FYI. So if that's not up to date, then that's why. So first person on there who's not on here is goalkeeper John Speed. And yeah, so he made 1 appearance for us in our first season, conceded 1 goal, we wrote 6.2, and then went on free transfer to Newton Aycliffe in the division we got promoted to. So he actually did move up a division where he made in that first season made 11 appearances and then 6 appearances in the second. So well done, John. So not a bad move for John. Next up, Sam Marsh, centre back. I presume it's this one. It is this one. So he did make 20 appearances for us in our first season. 7 goals, 3 assists, 7.28 rating. So very influential player in the defence for us in our first season. But it looks like halfway through he did make a move again up the pyramid to West Auckland. But he only actually made another 6 appearances for them, and then has moved up again, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. So he's moved up again to Widnes in the Northern Premier League Division 1 West, and has made 18 appearances for them. So yeah, another player who has moved up divisions, which is useful information for anyone who is doing like a Park to Prem, because these players are clearly good for this level and good for the levels you're going into. So can you keep them? If you can, do so, because it looks like so far they're all progressing nicely up the pyramid. Next up on my list is Nick Raymond. What happened to you, Nick? Either the website is out and you were never in there, or you've left the game and retired. So we'll find out that one. John Joe Hawkins. I'm pretty sure I saw that you were vice captain in the first season. There he is. Plays for Hanley now. Moved twice, so made 18 appearances in our first season. 2 assists, 6.8 rating, so average but not bad. Then he made a move again, a fair few divisions that looks like, to Guiseley, where he made 38 appearances in the last 2 seasons. And then he moved to Hanley, which actually was a division down. So he went up, did okay, but not brilliant. I mean, 6.49 in the last season with Guiseley. So then it's dropped down to Hanley. So not too bad. Again, useful to know for anyone playing. Rob Golding. He moved. He made 0 appearances for us. Billy didn't need him. He moved to the Spartan Midlands League, which is like a sideways step at that level, where he made 35 appearances the last 2 seasons. At the age of 35, probably coming to the end of his football career. Declan, we know about, is still with us. Tyrese Barker. Baker. Baker. He's at Woodford Town in the Essex Senior League now. So again, no appearances for us. Free transfer to Newmarket Town in the Eastern League Premier Division, and then to the Essex Senior League for Woodford Town. But seems to be enjoying his football at the moment, so that's good for him. Next is Justin Manini. Again, that's the correct one. Moved from us, get up the divisions. Made 13 appearances for us, and then went and John Long Eaton United. So that's very good for him. Again, good to know for anyone managing us on Footy Manager. Nathan Tickle. I'm starting to realise our team is full of defenders. Nathan Tickle, again, made no appearances for us. Free transfer obviously to Long Levens in the Hellenic League Premier Division. Didn't make too many appearances for them, and then moved to Fatcham, where he made 25 appearances. So for him, left back Brad Jones. Not that one. He's the goalkeeping coach, and he's Australian. Brad Jones, Bradley Jones, probably. That's the one. So he made 1 appearance for us. Was player of the match, and then left. So not a bad way for your AFC Crewe, Bradley. Just take the man of the match, take a free bottle of Madry, and off to Aylesford Town in the Wessex Premier League Division. And then you moved on to Stanway Pegasus in the Eastern Counties League. So very interesting. Ian Carr, another centre back. Looks like he's now a defensive midfielder for Sandhurst Town. Again, didn't make any appearances for us. Moved to Pinbeck United. Made 2 appearances and has made 10 appearances for Sandhurst. Now, next, guess what? It's another centre back. Johnny Parks. Yep, that's the one. He moved to Fackley after making 4 appearances for us with an average rate of 7, so very good. Moved to Fackley, made 16 appearances for them until finally moved to Sharnock Richard, great name, and made 32 appearances for them. Kane Mellor, he's one who stayed with us, so was it. Christian Holt. Now, he did say in our Discord, I remember seeing, that he was never going to leave and he was going to become a manager when he hangs up his boots. Not a football manager, Chris. What you actually decided to do is move to Shortwood United after making 30 appearances for us, scoring 5 goals, 21 assists. 21 assists is pretty impressive, mate. 7.32. So you were influential in our first season, but then left us to a team which is in the same level of pyramid. So I'm not sure why I did that, mate. That's not very good. But your performances have dipped as well. So great for us. Not bad for Shortwood, but not nowhere near as good. So that's where Chris Holt went. Danny May. Next up. Danny May. There could be a song there. Not that one. That one's a stalwart who started off at Northampton Town. Pretty sure that's the one I've just clicked on, isn't it? Danny May was a central midfielder, and he has retired. Danny's retired, and he is looking for employment. He is currently as a coach. Obviously, AFC Crewe haven't decided to take one as a coach, but he left us, didn't make an appearance for us, and played 9 games for Kidlington before retiring. Blake Stubbs next. Blake Stubbs was with us, made 1 appearance, played poorly, went to Keynsham Town, made 19 appearances for them, and now at Selston, where he's made 27 appearances and 2 goals. Slowly getting through these guys, but I know that if I only did a few, the one person who does watch the video will be the guy I didn't check, so best just to get this out of the way. After we fast forward this, we won't have to go and follow these unless they drop a comment. Then I'm happy to follow your career, guys. Dion Chesters made 26 appearances for us first season, 4 goals, and then moved to Crook Town. But again, a few divisions above us, so or at least 1 division above us. So well done, Dion. Next, it was Jordan Bickerton. He plays at Ely City. I used to live in Ely. So. AFC Crewe, he made 2 appearances, moved to Aylesbury Vale Dynamos. That's another good football team name. 17 appearances for them, and now 26 appearances at Ely City. Kian Dyson. Looks like your career may have ended, and you may not even stayed in football, because I cannot see anyone named you, Kian. So apologies if you are named slightly different, but yeah, no longer on the game. Danny Tomlinson next. And he is the under-21s manager for Abbey Hay. So didn't make any appearances for us in 2 seasons and has become an under-21s manager. So best luck, Danny, in your career as the manager. Jordan M. Amson. Left us after the first season. Made 20 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. And now has moved to Tring Athletic. So a bit further south than Crewe. Next up is Greg Gill, maybe. Made 2 appearances and then moved into the United Counties League for Blackstones. And has made 46 appearances, 10 goals, so not too bad there, Greg. Dino Messam, again, he was a man of the match player and on fire at the moment for us, so left us. Who did you leave us for? He left us for Matlock, and that is a big step up. That's the biggest step up we've seen. Obviously, we saw Chris Holt with amazing stats, but didn't climb as high as Dino has here. First off, 29 appearances, 7 goals, 7 assists, 5 player of the matches, so again, real big player for us that first season, but yeah, now plays in the Vanarama North. 45 appearances, doing very well. So well done, Dino. A1 Football Manager. Try not to let Dino go. Keep him. He'll take us up the ladder. Yeah, we'll see that. 2 more then for the players. Mike Blundell. He's moved to Rossington, Maine now. He made 3 appearances for us with 2 goals. So that's pretty good. I'm sure Billy would have wanted to keep him. Maybe for other reasons, he moved on to Northern League Division 2. Is that? No, that's, if anything, that's higher than us, I think. No, it's about the same level. So, just moved a sideways step into Esh Winning, making 35 appearances for them, and then moving now to Rossington, Maine, in the Northern Counties East. And then last but not least on my obviously list, which is also again it's taken off the website, is Liam Whitaker. And Liam has made one appearance for us before moving on to Earlham, and then finally moved on to Chadderton. So there we have it. So lots of churn for AFC Crewe after a fantastic first season in players wise. Quick look, obviously I know the scouting team were interested to see what happened with them, so they've all left from what I can see. The scouting team, so for a quick look where them guys gone. So obviously our chief scout Charlie Vincent, he has moved to Nuneaton Borough. He is paid £100 more than he was being paid according to the previous job role, so not too bad there. Obviously Nuneaton Borough are a little bit higher up, so it's a promotion. Chris Tingay is chief scout at Marsk United. Again, same division as Nuneaton, where Charlie went. Next scout is Chris Rogers. He was chief scout at Coville. And again, chief scout at a team higher up in the pyramid. So again, well done, Chris. Jack Osborne. Wow, my old team, AFC Richmond Diamonds. So you're chief scout there, mate. You were signed pretty early on in 2023. But that's quite cool. Just because, like I said, I used to play and I used to be on the board at Richmond Diamonds. So interesting stuff there. And last but not least, Valtteri, if I spell that right, Varno. And at Boston United, that's unless they've come down. Yeah, they're in the Vanarama National League North. So in terms of the biggest jump in job wise, it's definitely for Valtteri, who's still paid the same as the others now, but in the Vanarama National League. So well done there. So obviously, if I've missed anyone out, and I'm sure I've missed loads, if you do watch these videos and want me to keep an eye on your career as we simulate, just drop a comment, send me a message, whatever, and I'll make sure that I'll check you out on there. So the only other thing I did notice briefly before we wrap this one up is if we go back to AFC Crewe, we look at overview. We did win the Brooks Millison Memorial League Cup this year, beating Carlisle City 2-0 in the final. So we have already added to our trophy case. So that's pretty cool. So 2 seasons, two trophies, right? I think we can ignore this. This has been obviously sold somewhere else, but yeah. Northwest Counties League Division 1 North winners and the Brooks Wilson winners there. So fantastic. Well done, lads. Cool. So not too bad. Hopefully we're going to see us climb up the tables a bit more. We'll have a little zoom ahead for 2 more seasons, and then we'll come back and take a look. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one.